Hi everyone, today I am going to be reading Chapter 13 of Ways to Make Sunshine. Just so you know, I'm going to be sorting all the books that we've read so far into playlists. So they'll be more organized, and when you want to find a book that I read, you can just go into the playlist section of YouTube and it's all right there for you. So I'm going to be making those. But otherwise, I hope you like today's chapter. Chapter 13, Saturday Market. Sometimes Mom lets Amanda come with us when she works at her Saturday Market booth. Mom shares the booth with Millie, a woman who sells handmade soaps and lotions. Besides Mom, Millie is one of the only black vendors at the market. There's also Paul, the man who sells the most beautiful paintings at Portland Landscapes. Every time I go to a station, he gives me chocolate and says, "You know Moonstruck is local. Best chocolate in the world." I always act like I'm hearing it for the first time. In the fall and winter months, Mom sells the hats, gloves, and scarves she knits. But in the spring and summer, she knits purses and wallets and all kinds of bags. "Set these over there," Mom says, pointing to the long table that she's draped in African kente. The green, blue, and yellow blend into a beautiful print that makes the table look like a piece of art. I put the box of merchandise on the table and start unpacking. Amanda helps me organize everything by color and size. When we're finished, Mom says, "Be back in an hour to check in. Stay close." And with that, Amanda and I are free to roam the aisles of the market, looking at jewelry and stopping by the main stage to listen to live bands play. We go back every hour to let Mom know we're still okay, and she sends us out again. The first time we walk through the market, Amanda says, "Want to get a snow cone and an elephant ear?" "Maybe just an elephant ear," I say. It's not that I don't want both, it's just that Mom only gave me enough money to get one treat. We walk over to the stand that is selling blended coffee drinks and elephant ears. I say to Amanda, "Remember the first time you had elephant ears?" Amanda starts laughing. "I thought you and Ray were so gross. I couldn't believe you were actually eating the ear of an elephant, but I tasted it and realized what it was. Best thing ever. Fried dough sprinkled with cinnamon. Big and flappy, just like elephant ears. My favorite treat to get at the zoo and here at the market," I say. As we inch up in the line, I can smell the warm dough more and more. I inhale as much of the cinnamon-filled air as I can. Amanda says, "I think every person in the world should have an elephant ear at least once." And as soon as she says this, I blurt out, "That's it! That's what I'll make for the talent show. I'll give the judges different kinds of spreads to put on. Caramel, Marion berry jam, and chocolate. No one will deny that it's the most delicious thing they've ever tasted." "You'll definitely win," Amanda says, "especially if you set up a stage like this and make it feel like they're all in the Saturday market." "Yes!" It's our turn to order, and when we do, I ask for an extra plate and extra napkins because eating elephant ears is messy. The cinnamon crystals get all over my shirt and lips and fingers, but it's all worth it. Amanda and I pull the fried dough apart as we walk and eat the gooey goodness on our way back to Mom's booth. Our mouths are too full to talk, so we just walk side by side, eating and licking our buttery fingers. When we check in with Mom, she's almost out of merchandise, so I know we won't be here much longer. Instead of going off too far, we just walk across the aisle to the stand with the sign that says scarves and things, because Amanda wants to see the scarves up close. Amanda starts draping herself in the silk material around her neck, as a headband on her waist. A thin boy, who's maybe a teenager, helping out, walks over to her and holds up a mirror up so she can see for herself. While she's trying on this and that one, I look at the table of rings and bracelets. They all look like antique things, something made a long, long time ago. I walk along the table and then I see something that almost makes me scream Amanda's name, but I catch myself. Instead, I just stare at it. It's a hairpin. A hairpin that looks just like the ones I discovered in the tin on the shelf in my closet, with the same silver cluster of flowers. "Would you like to try it out?" a woman asks me. She's a chubby woman with brown curly hair. She picks it up and hands it to me. The moment it's in my hand, I know it's the missing hairpin. Without me even realizing it, Amanda is behind me, asking, "What are you looking at?" She doesn't see what's in my hand at first, so I hold it out to her. "Isn't that, Well, yeah, I think so." Amanda looks at me and back to the woman. The woman says, "It belongs to my grandmother. Isn't it lovely? Really, go ahead. Try it on." Amanda grabs my hand. "That's okay. We have to get back to her mom's booth." Amanda takes the hairpin out of my hand, puts it back on the table, and drags me away before the woman can say anything else. That was creepy. Do you think she's a ghost? No, not at all. She's real. She's definitely real. My heart is jumping and Amanda's hand is sweating. When we get back to Mom, we both talk at the same time, saying, "Guess what happened?" And "You're not going to believe this." I start telling her all about the woman we just met and how she has a hairpin that matches the one I found in the closet. But Mom isn't as excited about our news. She's ready to pack up and needs help. "Here, put these in that crate," she says to me. And to Amanda, "Can you fold the tablecloth?" I say, "Mom, did you just hear us? I think we just met the granddaughter of the woman who lived in our house. She had the same—" "Ryan, honey, those hairpins are a dime a dozen. They're not as precious as you think." "But, Ma, it would have to be a really big coincidence for that woman to have any connection to the house we moved into." "But, Mrs. Hart, I really think Ryan is right." Mom says, "Here, sweetheart, put that tablecloth in that crate." When we say goodbye to Millie, she gives us each a small soap that smells like grapefruit. Amanda and I keep talking about how the woman in the hairpin in our new old house must be connected. Halfway home, Mom gets tired of hearing our tales. "Can you two please talk about something else? Anything else?" she says. So for the rest of the ride, I tell Mom about our plan to make elephant ears for the talent show, but she doesn't seem too much about this conversation either. That is the end of today's chapter. Please subscribe if you already haven't, and don't forget to share this video with other friends and family. Thank you. Goodbye.